Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the elder apostles, a great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now check this out. I have just found a article that shows you that this guy Rutte, I think he was the Prime Minister of Holland, this devil. No farmers, no food. Now this is what they're doing, right? Netherlands to buy out and close 3,000 farms to meet climate what? Climate goals. We all know this is shit. And I have released other videos that shows you that it's shit. I hope you watched it on my other channel. Right? And then I clicked on, I don't have to click on this. It's not going to be a long video. Well, I don't want it to be. You know, you see, million. Anyway, so they closed 3,000 farms this year, right? It's just like the thing that they did with the stores. How many stores went bankrupt? During the lockdown. I'm not sure if I'm gonna really find it, but there's only 32. Hundreds of companies went bankrupt due to these COVID rules. Okay, the plan was to close up 500 stores, but in the end, especially here in Holland, every store had to close. Only the food stores were allowed to be open. But now they're slowly but surely taking away the food. And you know where they did that already? Now if you check this documentary, EUROPA, here it says 2017, but here it says 2019. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I'm gonna just I'll watch the 2019 one, and then later on I'm gonna go back and watch the 2017 one, because it shows here that this one is 11 minutes and 11 hours and 58 seconds. 58 minutes, sorry. And this one is 12 hours and 21 minutes. So maybe they added a few things here because it says final versions. I don't know. I'm going to watch this one first. Then I'll watch the other one. Then I know what is missing. Right. So, yeah. So, wait. What's here? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, Job 9 and 24. And they are in rulership right now. So, right? So what do they do? What is the Russian Holodomor? Just basically the so-called Russian Holocaust, right? What is that talking about? Tens of thousands of farmers were arrested for participating in anti-Soviet activities, shot, or deported to labor camps. The wealthy and successful farmers who opposed collectivization, collectivization, were labeled kulaks by Soviet propaganda. Kulak literally means a fist. So they was basically throwing the middle finger up to the government, like, fuck you, we can take care of ourselves. And they was like, no, you don't. I'm gonna take care of you. And then they went over there and they took all the food of everybody, and then the people started starving to death. 6 million of them died somewhere there. But in totality, 60 million people died over there, which we don't give a shit about. But the point is this. Yeah, when you see the pictures, you see little girls, you be like, it's kind of fucked up. But then again, hey, what did these people do that the Most High allowed that to happen to them? You should think about that one. But anyway, and it was also in Ukraine, and it was also in Russia, right? In the Soviet Union by that time. And it was done by this guy, Joseph Stalin. Now, if you look at him, he looked like a Turkish person. And you brothers that know, you know, you know what we know about the Turks, right? It's the same people over here. Same people as Amalek. He looked like an Amalekite. He has a mustache like an Amalekite. And guess what he is? He is an Amalekite. Just like this one. He is Amalek. Right. That's why you never hear nothing about him. Because you got to think about it like, okay, so this guy was like, how many people died over there? 60 million. Which one? Holodomor. Killed millions. There was about 60 million people that died in total. Like I always say, like you gotta watch out with the numbers, because they're not really going to actually put. Here it says 4 million, but the news article says here 6 million. So they're playing around with the numbers sometimes, but it is estimated to them also because this is the famine. This is just the famine that killed them. And then you had the shootings. I just read it for you. The shootings in the head, executing, deportments, and died in the labor camps, the kulak camps, which kulak workers had to go through some shit. Let me see. The kulak workers. I mean the kulak camps. Evil Gulag. Gulag, you spell it. Evil Gulag camps. Gulag. Right, they had to do this labor and stuff like that. Most of them died while doing the labor. And yeah. But they still didn't have to pass it on generation after generation like us. So, yeah. So, no, they didn't suffer compared to the Israelites. It was just a little quick task and then it was done. Yeah, I make light of it because they make light of our things too. Ain't nothing. So put you back into it. Right. So they did that. But it was a lot of people that died over there. You know, workers. Basically, they enslaved them. And they made them work. And before that, they was rich. They was farmers. Very rich, actually. Because a farmer is very rich. Everybody comes to you. And then the people don't have to depend on the government anymore, like supermarkets and stuff like that, because you can't close a farmer, his place. Everybody comes there. Everybody knows him. The whole city knows him, and they could feed the whole like, city. They don't need the government and their stores and their help, so they took it by force. So now they're not gonna take it by force because they became a little bit smarter. If you watch the documentary EUROPA like 1, 2, 3, you will know that in the beginning they actually wanted to do wars because these Amalekites are known for war, you know. They were known for war. They were known for war. Okay, so the first major wars of the Khazars, war in tribes. They were a warrior tribe, like a warrior tribe. Everywhere they go, they start wars. Right? Let me see. And a lot of people didn't want to hire them. There was also mercenaries. A lot of people didn't want to hire them anymore because after they was done taking over the war, like I mean the people, they would then rape, rob, and murder the people. And a lot of people wasn't down with that shit. Like what are you doing? I only paid you to do this. I didn't tell you to go murder the civilians and rape them and stuff like that. Babies, they did stuff like that until this day. They do stuff like that. But yeah, so he was an Amalekite, and you don't hear nothing about this because it was Amalek, and they're trying to make it seem as if it was some kind of good thing. But the reason I'm talking about this is because that's the same thing that they're doing here right now. They're taking away the farms, and what's that gonna bring in? Matthew 24:3. And as he, Yahushua, sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, I am the anointed, or anointed by Yahushua himself. You have people that will come and say, I am Yahushua. For example, let me see. This guy, Siberian cult, he thinks he's this Jeezy Greasy, and he went over there. He fooled a lot of people because they was really touching him and shit. They was really happy to see him. So hey, he did his work. And there's many more where that came from. And also in South America, you got this other guy. South America. You got this guy over here. But you have a lot of people that they follow him. That's what people do. They a lot of females and probably still getting some pussy at that age. I don't know. He looked like this guy, kinda. And you also have Russian. Where do you think he went? He went the Russian Caesar Borgia. Where do you think he went? He went to Africa, and he got kicked out. Arrested by Russian security. Yeah, but he also got kicked out of Africa. Russian Jesus. This guy, I think it was in Russian then. Here. But he got kicked out. It's a rap. Descendant on Asia, on Kenya. I can't worship a white Jesus with blue eyes. Okay, that guy's funny, right? But he went over there and they kicked him out. He was touring to Africa. But I remember that they kicked him out or something like that. What's his second coming? Kicked out of Kenya. Second coming. Okay, maybe why kicked out of country. Okay, I can't find it right now, but yeah, but I remember a story where an Edomite claiming to be Jeezy Greasy was kicked out of one of the countries in Africa, because Africa is a continent, so one of those countries, so yeah, they kicked him out. I thought it was the Russian guy, but yeah, I clicked on it and I laughed, and then I went my way, so I didn't really focus on the story, but I remember it. I have it in my head. I'll try and find it or something, and yeah, so, but yeah, you're gonna have guys like this. That's the point, or guys that say I am sent by him, right? And there are also going to be the truth sayers in the midst of them. Well, we will see who's the truth speak. No, you will see. By the way, everybody will see. Actually, not just you, not just me. Everybody will see who the truth has, who has the truth, who the truth is, and if you're wrong, you're dead, and if you're right, yeah, salvation unto you. Right, that's gonna be it, because Yahushua said, and shall deceive many, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Satan is going to fight each other. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Yeah. So the point is that, what was I getting to? Oh yeah, here. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Famines are coming. And what happened here with the Russian people, the Holodomor or whatever they call that thing, they started eating themselves. Holodomor cannibalism here. Here also, Ukraine also, not just in Russia. They was eating themselves. I don't. I mean, let me get the pictures out here. You can check the pictures for yourself. I didn't even know it was outside. Wait. Right. You can check the pictures for yourself, and you got it in Ukraine, and you also had it in what do you call that thing? Russia, Soviet. The Soviet. Well, Soviet Union it was, but in the land what is called now Russia, and also the land what is called now Ukraine, right? So you had a lot of dead people on the ground, and so a deaf on the floor. So they would pick them up and basically eat them and sell them, and also stuff like that, sell them. And also you had then hunters, just like in the movie The Road. In the movie The Road, this movie. Now in this movie you had hunters too, and what were they? You had the cannibal hunters over there, cannibal, right? You had the cannibal house scene even. But other than that, you know, these are two actors, by the way. But the people actually did look like this. I'm waiting it for the clear up. Oh, it's a non-clear picture. Okay, cool. But yeah, this is I think one of the cannibals. If I'm correct, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. But yeah, you got this is the cannibal scene, not the cannibal house. The cannibal house is I think here, here. Right, somewhere. Just watch the movie for yourself. Right. So they was on a highway looking for people to eat. That's the same thing that they was doing here in Russia when they was going around seeking for food. They would just go around, and their biggest victims, like the largest group for them to capture, was children. And just like in this movie, the guy said, this guy here, and this child is playing his son. This kid over here, right? Kid. This kid over here was playing his son, and the guy said that, okay, check this out. I ever hear they was hiding for the cannibals over there. Yeah, I still kind of remember the movie. They was hiding here for the cannibals, and then he had a gun. So he said, check this out. I have here a gun with 2 bullets. What we gonna do right here is this. If they come and catch us, and they got us, I'll shoot you, and I'll shoot myself, so that they won't hurt us. That way, that then they can do whatever they want with our bodies. We won't feel anything, because they said that once they catch the little boy, what they're gonna do to them is rape him. That's what they said in the movie, and they know because that's what Edomites do. They see little boys, and that's the same thing that they was doing here. Because you gotta understand, you had all criminals, Edomite criminals, that was also in the midst of them being let loose by this guy and his group of people. You should know who Amalek, man. That group. They let loose the criminals out of jail, and then they let them loose on the streets of Ukraine and Russia. And they went out, and what was they looking for? Little boys. Doing stuff to them and stuff like that. You should know what they was doing to them, right? And there were no laws, so here you had poor people amongst each other, doing stuff to each other, and yeah, that's what they do. And the rich Edomites, they was laughing their faces off at them while they were starving to death. And this is the same thing that they recreating here. See, history repeats itself. Now they're closing the farms. This time not by brute force. This time with strategy and cunning deceivery, like climate change and stuff like that. And then you have the other one, which will be violently done, which is in the near future, by the way. But for now, slowly but surely, it's coming to this. Where is it? It's coming to this. Basically, what they're doing is they're taking the food. And if you watch them documentaries that I'm gonna put that I mentioned, and I'm gonna put links to it in the description box. If you watch them documentaries, then you will see that. Hey, shit, wait a minute. This is exactly what they're doing. This is exactly what they're doing right now. But now, like I said, they got stratagems, cunning, devised fables, cunning devised fables. Fuck, freaking cunning, cunningly devised fables. Stratagems definition: a plan or scheme, especially one used to outwit an opponent or achieve an end. So they got cunning ass stratagems, man. They got the Satan's devices, Satan's tricks. That's what they got, and they're very good with it. They're very polished with it. They're very smart with it. That's why the scripture says, I'm gonna leave it with this: the children of the children of this world. Matthew 13 and 38. The field is the world. No, 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 wait a minute. The children's. Ezekiel, right? Oh, no, it was Luke. Luke chapter 16, verse 4. Let me see, where is it? Oh, 16 and 8. But I'm looking for KJV. What is it? Oh, here. Luke chapter 16, verse 8. And Yahweh commanded the unjust steward because he had done wisely. Right? For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. So they're very wise to do evil. And you have another one, which is Ezekiel 28, if I'm correct. Ezekiel 28 and 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. So that's also going to make you understand how Rothschilds actually got this rich. Movie. There's a movie about this guy. This is that movie. Okay, House of Rothschild. The House of Rothschild. Let me see. The House of Rothschild. I think it's here. Huh. Full movie. Hey, this is good. I'll put this link in the description. I didn't see it myself, but I know this scene because I saw it. Okay, cool. So on his deathbed, he explained to his sons what they need to do in order for them to be filthy, filthy rich. And it worked. Because this is the family of, I think this is the richest family on the planet Earth. They own more than $500 trillion. This family alone financed the whole thing of Israel right now. The fact that Amalek is in Israel right now, guess who financed the dipping in his Lolo? This family. Dipping in their Lolo. This family did that. Then you have another show called Miracle on the West, which is America, which is the Rockefellers. They also came from dirt. But the Most High is brilliant, man. That's the miracle. He set it up the basis of men to make him to rule the earth. It's crazy how Amalek got, Rockefeller got rich. It's crazy. Be like, wow, that's some crazy ass coincidences. Like, what the hell was that? That's the Most High. That's the Most High. When you know the Most High, when you know the scriptures, I mean, you're gonna be like, hey, that's scriptural. What just happened right there? The Most High really gave you all these opportunities. Like He gave you a path to walk, and that path was full of luck. It's amazing how many lucky things just fell into His lap. I was like, the fuck? That's crazy. But then that's the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Because He said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. I did that. And I'm going to show you later on that I did it. And I'm going to show you what they did and how they got to the top. And now we know. Because like I said, well, I said it before in other videos, but I said this. I actually really I didn't physically know how they actually got to the top. Now I know. Well, I know a branch. No. I mean the root. I know a root, meaning I know where they came from. They came from dirt, and then they established this whole shit. Everything that you see, they established. That's crazy right there. But that's what the Most High said. I bring the dung. I bring the. What was it? 1 Samuel 2. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. So He's the one that sanctions death. And He's the one that sanctions life. He bringeth down to the grave and bring it up. Yahweh make it poor and make it rich. He bringeth low and lift it up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes. Rockefeller was a nothing. He was called Devil Bill, by the way. William Rockefeller Sr. He was called Devil Bill by the other Edomites. He was a man. All this shit's okay. It was this shit right here. Oh, okay, this one is good. This one is good. So all this is fake. American businessman. Fuck out of here. He tricked the stuffings out of people. That's what he did. Yeah, you can call it a business if you want, you know. But nobody really knows about it. Well, not nobody, but a lot of people don't know about him. And his son, this is him, John D. Rockefeller, and this is John D. Rockefeller. Sorry, this is Devil Bill. I was looking for it. Like, what the hell? This is him, and this is his son, you know. And this is him when he was younger. This is Devil Bill. And here you can see him again. And he even faked his death too. That's how much. Because so many people wanted him to pay for the things that he did. So his son, which was the richest man in the whole Western Hemisphere, hid him, faked his death, con out scoundrel who fathered the dynasty. Yeah, he's the one, but he faked his death. Where is it? Maybe you're gonna find it. Maybe you're gonna find it. I mean, here. Yeah, this one. I'll put the link in the description box. I already marked it a few places and stuff like that. Where was it? But he faked his death. So he was in adultery, bigamy, quackery. Yeah, sure. So it says here, in 1889, when Alyssa Rockefeller died, John, the son, John D. Rockefeller, floated the falsehood that his mother had been a widow. But Devil Bill was still alive and tricking. He was tricking people, man. This man was a demon. You know what I'm saying? And most of these demons, they live long, man. 92 years and stuff like that. 100 something, 120. You know, Rockefeller, 120. Let me see. he was 101. Legendary oil baron. Yeah, that's why that's why you see him always being. That's why in the movies you always have a octopus, like controlling the world of being this evil thing. But it's them. They're the octopus. It's talking about him. He's the oil baron of this entire world, and this is what he does with the world. It's talking about them. Yeah, this is him. He got all his tentacles around the world, and if you chop one tentacle, another one grows to replace that. Click on it. Click on this. I was looking for this picture actually of the octopus of global control. When you see that octopus, it's talking about him. Even in the Ancient of Shield, this guy. A lot of these things go. Oh yeah, Hydra too. Hail Hydra goes to him too. A lot of things go to him. You have a lot of aliens with octopus type heads and stuff like that, and they're always evil, and they bent on world domination. Those are all stories of the truth, but different branches of it. But now the Most High, He's waking our people up, and He's using them because they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. So now we know their starting point, because we watch these documentaries, and then the root. Now the different branches, those are a lot. I'll just say that, not too much, but those are a lot to go sniff out and find out. Really watch all these documentaries and stuff like that. But yeah, that's why you have this one over here, which is a 12-hour documentary, which I'm only like what? I'm only like 40 minutes in or something like that, and I wanted to make a video already, so that's how much I like it. But yeah, let me see. So I think I'm done. I'm gonna put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So and this movie too. Yeah, you should watch this movie if you ain't got nothing to do. It's a stupid movie. Well, I mean, it's black and white. That's what I mean, stupid. But it's not a stupid movie. But I meant that it looks silly because it's black and white. That's what I actually meant. But you might see a little glimpse into their life. Into the life of the guy that fathered the people that rule this entire planet, especially financially. And of course, once you have the money, you can make people do backflips, land on penises. Look at them now. I mean, aren't they teaching their kids to suck pee pee in school? You think I'm lying? Fifth grade. So what is the fifth grade? Check this out. The research is the most extensive body of work to date that shows comprehensive sex education should begin as early as kindergarten. So, what are they trying to do? So what group age is kindergarten in school? What age? What age is kindergarten? 4, 6. Yeah. Right. So between 4 and 6 and stuff, that's kindergarten. So guess when they start teaching your children about, putting a condom on with your mouth. You think I'm playing, man. You think I'm playing. We know people that have children that go to school. Shit. You know children that go to school. Everybody knows children that go to school. But a lot of people don't know what they're doing in school. Why don't you ask them? Why don't you ask those teachers? See what's going on there. You know? What they do with I have seen videos. What they do with the banana and stuff like that. How they teach the kid to put the condom on with his mouth. Yes, I said his mouth. They're teaching boys to put a condom on with his mouth. Yep, they do it with their hands too and stuff like that. But yo, they teaching them stuff how to commit fellatio. You know what fellatio is? That's sucking on one. Yeah, sucking on one until something throws up in your mouth. That's what they're actually teaching them kids to be doing in school. So, hey. But then again, the one who rules the world makes the choice, make the rules, right? Yeah. So who did that? Who did that then? Who's teaching that? Hmm? Right. So anyway, I'm gonna leave the links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Shalom.